Hey family, welcome back. It's your host, Cut Nice 50. So y'all get ready for another special one. Like I said, this month is Mental Health Month. So I decided to switch it up a little bit. I got an interview lined up, but I ain't have a chance to do it. So I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna review the Full Odds Obby Odds, the Real Bodybuilding Podcast, episode 141, with my man, Blessing Awadugu. I just call him Blessing, the boogeyman. You know who he is, man. So Blessing, like I said, he came from Africa, poverty. Man, he had a hard story. A lot of people just don't know. I mean, you know the guy is a comedian, a funny guy, stuff like that. But he had a definitely rough upbringing, I'll say that much, and was blessed with the opportunity to come here to the States. And he's just not getting the shine. Man, you seen the potential last year, and he came on, he stepped on the scene, and a lot of people doubted him a little bit. So, you know, he generally held that in. But right now on this episode, man, he goes into sharing his story. I definitely think y'all should subscribe, watch Full Odds episode, the Real Bodybuilding Podcast, to hear more, man, about how these guys, y'all assume they're tough guys, stuff like that, but bodybuilders. But anybody who generally competes, man, I don't care if it's man or woman, they have their own issues and their own struggles. Some people, I do it for fun. I was always an athlete. I played football, basketball, you name it. We was very active coming up, but we did have a rough childhood. But working out is an outlet for me. I love what I'm doing. I love competing. I love it. But it's not my life. You know what I mean? My life, I knew my gifts was to help other people as far as training, nutrition, stuff like that. That's more of my expertise. I am a lifestyle coach. I do still coach some people who compete, men and women. So that's a different ball game. But I myself do have a coach. His name is Jasper Price. So, everybody, I don't care, from the top pros down, they have their own coaches. Even though they do it, they might have the experience, expertise, that you always need that second eye. You can do it by yourself to a certain extent, but you trying to keep progressing, you always need somebody else or a good support system to hold you down. So let's stop this rattling. We're going to go ahead to get in this episode right here. Like I said, it's mental health month. So I want y'all to spread this awareness, man. And y'all stay tuned.
Was it like immediate? Was it like, the minute you got off stage, you're like, man, I fucked that up? Or was it like something that came on in the weeks after? Or was it because of social media pressure? Or what?
And he's
what drew it, and how hard was it for you?
It wasn't. It wasn't immediate, and it came weeks on, because she know me and Sarah, we just started living together. Now we were like doing it was a lot of distance. She lived in Ireland and I live here, and my training partner as well, he traveled. So I'm always here by myself,
Yeah.
So when they went back, when my wife now, Sarah, when she went back, and then my training partner went back, I was by myself. And then I truly have time by myself to really think about what happened. And it was tough, bro. I went 3 months without sleep. I'm talking without sleep.
So as you can see, man, everybody processes depression or emotional distress as differently. So he didn't accept it. You know what I mean? He went 3 months without sleep and didn't accept that something was wrong with him. And he's talking about his New York Pro, which was his pro debut. He had a lot of pressure. He was sponsored by Redcon, like I say, Eric Singerman. I reached out to this guy a couple of times in the past. And he was a good guy at heart, even though, he had some issues and stuff like that from his past. But I judge nobody, man. Everybody had to do whatever they needed to do at that time. And it came back to hunt him. Like I say, your past always do come back. So with that being said, Blessing, man, he had a lot of pressure that he put on himself. Other people didn't put on him, but he felt that he let him down. So that's what ended up with him saying he started dealing with depression, but he didn't recognize it or accept it at the time.
Sleep. I did all the tests. That's the first time I ever done the EKG test, stress test.
Yeah.
Got my blood work done. I stopped bodybuilding completely. I was trying to figure out what's wrong with me. I couldn't connect. Then I started to speak with people out here, my friends, because I did I did all this, like the doctors tell them, like, I don't know why you're not sleeping, because you're functioning, everything is perfect, your system is good, your blood is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I became became more open about it. And I started to talk to people, you know, and there's a guy here, one of my training partner, and, you know, and the more I talk about it, and I start to come to realization that, you know, my head is not right here, you know, and I think I am facing depression, you know, because I couldn't stop thinking about how I disappointed myself, you know, how I disappointed the people that really cared about me, the people that are actually believe in me. I let them down.
And man, I just want to pause that real quick, just because, like I said, he didn't recognize it until he started talking about it. And once he did that, talking helped him realize that he is depressed, because he felt like he let other people down. So finding that realization, man, it can be tough. It can be real. But like I said, we all go through issues. And for any of y'all, man, trying to compete, your upcoming bodybuilders, you fitness influencers, you trying to do everything you can, and you do your first show and the placings don't come out like that. I just say have realistic expectations. If it's your first show, you can only do your best, and you're only going to keep improving. So you can't jump past that consistent phase. So myself, I started and I was an athlete. I was gifted. Even though I placed in every show I done did, but it was only like 4th place. And I prepped myself for my first 2 shows, and then I ended up getting a coach. And we went 3rd to 2nd. And then once I finally did my national show, I came in 2nd. We next is trying to get our pro card, but just have realistic expectations. And we did a lot of that, you know, so, and it does matter if you're naturally or you're enhanced. So like I said, the older you get, it's going to be a little bit more difficulty. So now you got to start worrying about rest, mood swings for everybody. It don't matter if you're men or women. So guys out there, your girls, they competing and all this and that. You got to realize also, especially doing peak week and stuff like that, the longer they diet, it does affect your mood. They might be all over the place, and it's kind of, so you got to learn the signs, learn when to back off, learn when to help them out, because nobody going to understand your journey that you're trying to do. Even though they're with you, they're not going to fully understand it, you know, because a lot of us, man, we do it because we love it. We love to push ourselves to a limit that we never did. And it is you battling yourself. But even though you want to win, you want to place well, and you want to see what the judges think of you, everybody wants to be rewarded, but it's still a single person's game, you know. So even though they might pick somebody else, we always have flaws. So embrace them, make them, improve them, and keep going.
You know, so it was very hard for me to live for myself. Yeah. And I was in my head 24/7, especially when you have nobody around you to speak to. Yeah. You know, and it was a tough time, bro. It was really. I didn't start getting better until, you know, my wife came back. And the more I spoke about it to her, and we start going out, and, you know, just and then all of a sudden my sleeping problems stopped. Yeah. You know, so I'm always just trying to, you know, spread this message out that anyone out there who's going through depression, it's okay. It's okay. It's part of life. It's part of the journey. Yeah. These are the things that's going to make us who we are. You know. This is the thing that's going to give us that victorious story to tell, inspire others, and motivate others. It's okay. Go through it, deal with it, head on, face on. Don't hide from it. Don't start drinking, smoking. None of that will take it away. You have to deal with it, face on. Talk about it with anybody, everybody. At least one person will care. Yeah. You know, speak to the people you love. Spend times with your loved ones. These are the things that's going to help us overcome, you know, this thing, because this is real out here, bro.
No, I know. And we actually talk about that quite a bit on the podcast, like whether it's me and the guys, or, you know, like me and a guest like yourself. I try and talk about these things all the time, because I think a lot of people deal with some type of depression, whether it's situational or chemical. And I always tell people the worst thing you can do is, 1, not talk to anybody about it, and 2, start avoiding your daily routine.
Yes.
So I always tell people, make sure you're talking to somebody. Make sure you're still doing the daily things you do, like go to the gym or whatever. But how long when you were keeping it quiet, how long did you keep it quiet for? And when you were keeping it quiet, was it something that you were just stuffing down low, or were you thinking about it and trying to process it?
You know, I was trying to process it because I couldn't really, when people were, before we were talking about mental health and all that shit, depression, I couldn't really, I'm like, yo, just get out of that shit, man. That's your choice. just decide and move on.
That's right.
Yeah, and a lot of people got that mentality. I myself, I don't believe in a lot of stuff. I'm more of a spiritual being, but I do believe in evil's karma, depressions, moods, and the emotional states and phases and stuff like that. But I'm more on the spiritual side. Like I say, it is a spiritual war always going on beside us. I ain't the most religious guy out there, but I do believe in the Heavenly Father and all that good stuff. But mental health, like I say, this is my field: health, nutrition, health and wellness. So I got to dive in and make sure I educate myself so I can also share awareness to everybody else about how strong I feel about mental health and not just health and wellness. And just you see me working out in the gym and stuff like that, man. Because like I say, the dieting and stuff like that, your mental health and your patience and emotions go all over the place. So everybody be tested. So you need a great support system if you're truly trying to unless you're doing like a transformation contest, and you're still going to go through those things because it's taxing on your body. You're trying to keep progressing. You're trying to make a change physically in your life, and it's going to help you in the long run. So just don't push nothing down. Share it, talk about it, do what you need to do, lean on a friend or a great support system. We all gonna have haters or whatever, the people who gonna doubt you and stuff like that, but you embrace them because they're gonna help keep you motivated, stuff like that. So a judge is just their opinion. They'll tell you what you need to work on, stuff like that. They don't think about your emotional factors, stuff like that. They're there to do a job. So they see judging the best physique on that stage at that day. And it's nothing that you did wrong. You only can bring what you brought to the stage, but you can always improve and get better for yourself. Placings, it do matter if you're trying to compete at this long term, but I'm doing it for a different reason. You know what I mean? Just to challenge myself. And I know anything we all do, if you put your mind to it, you can be successful, man.
Yeah. Of course, based on my background and that, so it took me a long time to really recognize what was going on, because it's like I'm in my head 24/7, and I'm like, yo, I gotta. It started with the sleeping problem, when I sleep, I started speaking with people like I'm not sleeping. Bro, I tried everything. First time I ever smoked weed, bro.
It didn't work.
Yeah, I ain't doing no smoke.
Bro, I tried all kinds of weed, I even got there's a doctor out here, Dr. Schneider, works for Recon One as well. Yeah, shout out to him. He was able to give me a medical marijuana card. I didn't even know what that was. So I was able to. I got that card. I thought, shit, this is gonna fix my problem. I went out to the dispensary, whatever. I got all kinds of shit. They told me get this, that. None of that shit works. Yeah.
So he tried it. He did what he had to do.
I have to ask though. Did you enjoy smoking weed, or were you like, fuck this? It's not helping me sleep.
No,
I don't
bro.
like it.
Okay, I started off just slowly.
Yeah.
Cough here and there.
Yeah.
I felt nothing. I'm like, you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna smoke a whole joint. The first time I did, bro, I had the worst day of my life. I couldn't dream. I felt groggy as hell.
Yeah.
Bro, it was bad. I was like,
I can't do it. I can't do it either. I don't know how people do it. I got a bunch of friends that smoke all the time, and I just can't do it myself. But okay, so moving on, you were able to deal with it eventually with help of your friends, family, and doctors, which is good. Did you ever? Last question about the depression portion. Did you ever take any medication, or was it just talking helped you enough? If you don't mind me asking, if you don't want to say, you don't have to.
No, I never took any medication, and because the doctor couldn't find anything, they're like.
Yeah.
But they didn't give you like an antidepressant, recommended antidepressant or anything like that?
They didn't. How can, it's like, they don't even know what's going on. It's up to me to figure it out. Because they were just dealing with they were trying to fix my sleeping problem.
The physical issues, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I got this, the Malgar, the stuff that you from Nine.
Yeah.
Because, I've got a little bit of, what do you call it?
Sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea, yes.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm like 280 to like
heavier.
300, bro, it's awful.
Accent, bro.
Advice to all you bodybuilders out there, bro. You ain't gotta be 300, bro.
Yeah.
To put on lean muscle mass. It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
Big numbers.
Yeah. And I gotta chime in on this one, man. people, you don't have to gain excessive amount of weight to make the gains that you need. You know, I used to do the bulk thing when I did the powerlifting and all that stuff like that. I don't go over, my stage weight should be 220, and that's getting ready for nationals. I don't know about local shows and stuff like that, but my stage weight can be 220. So right now I'm just sitting around 230 to 235, you know, and now I'm doing this transformation month pretty much. So this week 1 was coming to a close. So I start week 2, and that's no processed food, sugars, and all that good stuff. So my weight probably gonna drop around 228 to 230, something like that, because I am eating decently enough. So I'm making pretty good gains with that. So I don't overboat, because now you're trying to diet or diet hard and pretty much go on starvation diets to make the weight. And then what you're going to do when you lose weight, you are going to lose some muscle. So there's some supplements and stuff like that out there to help you preserve muscle, but you don't want to get in that boat. You just want to slowly diet and be lean. So 10 pounds is plenty enough over your stage weight if you're in the off season to make those gains. And like I say, it's unhealthy. You know, it's bad on your body. It's bad on your sleep, your joints, your bones, everything. You know, it's just not a good thing to do it.
No, bodybuilding is not about that. It's about staying healthy. 300, bro, that is not good for nobody. Whenever I'm around that number, I could never sleep. Snoring like crazy. And my sleep apnea.
Did you get it?
I got it. I got the machine because Kylie told me a crazy story. I mean, not like, no, it's not funny. It's like a really sad story about one of his friends, you know, that, you know, they told him like, look, listen, you got sleep apnea, you got to get this fixed, you got to get that fixed. So he never fixed the problem. This guy ended up having like a heart attack or some shit.
No.
So the day Kai told me that story, I went on, what's the website they use out here?
Amazon? Not Amazon.
It's like another one where you can just pick it up at someone's house.
Okay.
So I was able to Google it, and I found someone just like an hour away for $300. So I got that shit. I thought this is it right here.
Why didn't you just buy a new one? You can't buy new ones there?
It's very hard. You got to go through doctor. You got
to do all the process. Yeah.
To be honest, I did a sleeping test. But in house, I did it to give me some sort of
You put it on.
I was able to put it. I was able to myself. They got to restart. They said, okay, you didn't sleep apnea, so I was able to get a machine secondhand. And bro. After it made my sleeping worse.
It is.
It was just uncomfortable, bro. Like
I was let y'all see his physique when he was prepping.
Blessing_Awudibu. It's AWODIBU for those listening on audio. But I want to go back a little bit because I started to see your progress photos.
Ask, bro. You
Sorry?
said booty?
I did. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
That fella
Don't worry.
right
I didn't miss it.
He is a clown though, but
so
he a deep guy too.
I don't know, how far are we out here?
5 Olympics, 4 medals. KT tape has helped me push past the pain. Today, clinical studies prove what I've always known.
I don't know how far we out are. This is 17 weeks ago, so it's still probably off season.
He's a big
guy.
But even off season, like I started to see this. You know, we would talk about it on the podcast, and I'm like, Blessing looks different. Blessing looks like he's filling out. Blessing's back looks better. Like, would notice like little things, like your legs look fuller and everything. So I kind of saw this coming. Like, I'm not saying I saw you coming like that you were going to win, but I saw the change. I saw the changes. And then like week by week, you would post these progress photos. Like, this is you at 297 pounds. That's a really,
you know why I posted that picture? Because people always talking about my leg.
Your legs look great here. Yeah.
Let me give them something.
Yeah, no, I mean,
guess what? People still talk shit.
Well, of course they do.
I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna post any more progress picture because it doesn't matter how good I look, how good I think I look. People will talk shit based on my performance last year.
Yeah, you're 100% right. But I mean, this is like a really good 300 pound. This is 283 here, but this is 283.
Yeah,
that's a really clean 283, man. So how tall are you, Blessing?
I think I'm 5.
I didn't get too much sleep last night. Only 4 hours.
I mean, so I started to see these coming, and I'm like, okay, something's different.
Mm-hmm.
And it just looked better and better as the weeks went on. So you're telling me the main difference that you noticed was less of a stack.
Oh yes, you know, I feel bro, it's like if you look at my body, right?
Yeah.
First and foremost, if you look at this paper, look at my face. I like that one too. If you look at my face,
those picks, and you're not a favorite to win.
Oh, that's funny. Because guess what? Somebody sent me a link to your one of your podcasts.
Fuck off. I said to you when I said to you when I messaged you about this podcast, I said, look, I didn't
watch it. I didn't have time to watch it, but I was giving a couple of names.
I always admit when I'm wrong. Okay. I wholeheartedly admit. I think I have the paper here. I think I had you at 4th or something.
Well, it's okay though. You know, I can't blame anybody for counting me out. Look, listen, you see the way I showed up last year?
But I didn't count you. Can I explain? But wait a minute. This wasn't about last year because I actually knew you were going to be better. This is why I picked you 4th. Justin was 8th at the Olympia, 4th, 3rd or 4th at the Arnold. No, 3rd. 2nd, I think, in Boston.
Boston Pro, yes.
So I thought to myself, there was 2 things I thought. I thought Justin might be fading because he's competed a lot this year. But if he doesn't, I think he can win. Then Charles had learned to do the vacuum and he was looking better and thicker. And I'm like, okay, Charles might be good. And then Ron Gordon's pictures actually blew me away. I don't even know where he ended up placing. RPG. I don't know where he ended up placing.
Yeah. That's something too.
Where did he end up placing at your show?
I'm not sure.
Outside the top 5, I think.
Outside the top 5.
Yeah. So I think I had you 4th after him. So I apologize for not picking you first.
You don't, bro.
But
you gotta apologize.
But I had good reason. It wasn't just like I was hating.
Everybody got the right to their own opinion, bro.
Yeah. So, but no, I don't think anybody got it right though, man. And I honestly don't think anybody saw you.
And bro, you know, that's what makes it so beautiful, bro. Like, honestly though,
like, I know, I can see it.
Like, it felt like I set everybody up.
It's like I'm like Mr. Mac. You know, I can read the future. I'm like, you know what? I got a plan. You know, I'm gonna show up to this game like I ain't got shit. Yeah.
I'm gonna let everybody doubt the boogeyman. And guess what? In the following year,
I'm gonna fuck everybody up. Yeah.
What I did.
So this was you last weekend. That's a really, really good package.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, thank you, man. I was looking at it, I was like, yo, fuck, is that me?
So let me ask you this. When you look at your physique, what is it that you think you need to work on? So actually, let me ask you a better question. So now you've qualified for the Olympia.
Well, say it again, bro.
It might even be time to get some more of this emerge up in there.
So where
might be it.
Newfound confidence, newfound physique, where do you think realistically you can place at the Olympia? Will you be in the top 10? Will you be in the top 15? Where top 5? Where do you think you'll be?
I'm gonna be honest, right? You know, I said it late going into this year's season. All I gotta do is be on my best. Me at my best is very dangerous because my physique is so different from anyone's out there.
Yeah,
you know, and thanks to God and my parents, you know, genetics is there. You know, smart waist, smart joint, and a lot of things that I see people talking about. It's like, look at the size of Blessing's wrist. You know, look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
oh my God, so skinny.
Actually, it's funny. I want to show people that's hilarious.
My knee is when you look at my knee, right?
Look at this.
You're like, what the heck is that? Look at my knee, bro.
This doesn't even look like it can hold you up.
I feel like the most fucked up knees in the game, bro. Look how skinny those things are.
Yeah.
Those are the things that have illusions to my physique.
That's
you know?
it. Yeah. You only can present yourself in the best package you
can. They actually are. The separations, you know, the shape, the flow. So going into Olympia is going to be very, very interesting. And I know all the guys from top 10 down, they are worried because nobody wants to be beaten by Instagram bodybuilder. The clown. They call me the clown.
Yeah.
I might show up as a clown at the Olympia.
So,
you know, nobody wants to be beaten by me. So I think I am dangerous.
Yeah, I wonder though. I mean, you just beat Justin. Justin was 8th last year, I think. Does that put you in the same lineup with an Ian, with a William Bonac, with a, do you stand with Nick? Like, how do you feel if this physique had showed up last year? Do you think Nick still would have won?
Smoke Nick. If that physique had showed up last year, I'll smoke Nick.
No,
Nick is gonna be like, this motherfucker started again.
You're starting shit again.
Even though he's joking, man, he don't mean it.
I'm gonna title this fucking podcast that. You know that, right?
Listen, look, ain't no disrespect, man. I love all the guys. Yo, I respect every single one of those guys, every pro bodybuilders out there, even the amateurs. I respect every single one of them because I know what it takes to get in shape. I know what we all have to sacrifice to get to where we are. Yeah. And bro, it's very little return in this sport.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Our sport is extremely dangerous. So every single one of those guys, I respect them, And yeah, man, it's just it's a competition.
Yeah.
Do
I have your permission to title this I Can Smoke Him?
Yeah, you can. So it's gonna work like look, you can title anywhere you want. But I forgot what I was saying, but
so listen, what's the plan now? Right now you're gonna take it easy for a little bit. And then you're going to get to a little bit of an off season because you still have time, obviously, all the way till December. The show's not till December, so you're probably.
Yeah. So I ain't got to do anything crazy. I just got to keep training what I've been doing, and just like improve my lower body overall.
I like this new blessing. You seem different. You seem more still fun.
Don't keep your guards down, bro.
No. No,
you man is nasty.
No, I know, but I'm just saying you seem like you're still the same fun blessing, but there's a serious side that is here now that wasn't there before. Yeah. Or at least you weren't showing it. You weren't showing it. Now, now I feel like you're showing it.
Like I always, bro, I love all the true bodybuilding fans. I even though like the one that don't support me, I respect every single one of them, and I love them all because without them, there won't be a guy like myself. There won't be a guy like Ian Belair. There won't be a guy like
Nick,
William Bonac, Nate, all those guys.
Everything works together
because the fans are everything. And my brain, prep brain, bro, prep brain.
That's real.
Prep brain. Oh yes.
Prep brain.
Because the way I came on the scene, right? I came on as the joking guy, the bro. In the world of social media, it is very hard. It's very hard to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Once you're known as a personality, it is so hard to change. Like if you look into the Hollywood, like let's speak who's the top action guy in John Wick, the John Wick.
Now Keanu Reeves. Now imagine Keanu Reeves trying to be fun. Yeah, I get what you mean. Nobody will watch it. I got you. It's known as like that. So everyone, I'm known as I'm seen as the joking guy, the guys that bro. It's not that I hate it, I love it, but I don't want to just be seen as that. I want them to see my love for bodybuilding. That all I care about is bodybuilding. I love this sport, and I'll do whatever it takes to make this sport look beautiful and cool. And me showing up like that, the way I did, it's like, we know he's, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to like prove to them, like, look, listen. Bodybuilding is my life, and I got what it takes to be the best. I'm not just all that video stuff. All the extra stuff that I do, I'm literally doing it for the fans, to entertain them. You know what I mean? So, and I'm glad that, we're finally here. I'm known as a professional bodybuilder now.
Yeah. You win your first show. Now you're a professional bodybuilder.
So our first podcast, when we talked, one of your main objectives back then was to teach people that, or show people that if you're bodybuilding, you don't have to just sit and eat your chicken and rice and not leave the house and blah, blah, blah. That was one of your main objectives when we first spoke.
Oh yeah, still is.
And I know, right? But what I was going to say is it makes it more valuable now that you've shown the other side.
Hell yeah.
Because if you tell everybody you can do whatever you want and you can have fun, but then you don't show up looking great,
yes.
Then people are like, well, that message doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
But now you can say, look, I still had fun. I still shot video. And I fucking worked my ass off at the same time.
Yep. And that's why it hurt me so much. You know?
Yeah.
Of the way it handled last year. But, you know.
Yeah. So this message is much more powerful because now you're like, now it resonates with people. Oh, look, you can still have fun and look awesome.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's
because we have so many young social media is all fitness.
Yeah.
You know, and we have so many young kids picking up the way you want to go to the gym, want to be cool, and they're seeing us, they're watching us, you know. So how can we make this thing look cool as hell?
Sure.
You know, how did McGregor make UFC look cool as fuck?
Yeah.
You know, by him being him and being entertaining as fuck. Everybody want to watch him.
But also winning. Like the two.
You have to win because everybody follows success.
That's right.
You know, everybody's attracted to, you know, that thing because, of course, people take inspiration from it because they feel like they can do too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So this is the watcher. So we gotta make this sport look beautiful, especially with all the crazy stuff that's happening right now. You know, and that's why I said me and George, you know, we are pulled on this scene for a reason. You know, to preach the healthy side of bodybuilding that you can be.
Does contract talks come into play? Because I've heard some rumors about you and Redcon. I'm not sure if your contract is up or if you're leaving, if you're staying. So I know as a bodybuilder, when shows roll in, you're planning your shows, you're planning on winning or planning on placing, you're also thinking, you know, this raises my stock and I can ask for a little bit more on a contract, blah, 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 blah. So does that come into mind when you're winning these shows? Like, do you also think like, hey, this is also my career that I got to think about?
You know, I'm feeling a little emotional right now, you know, because there's one person that I wish, you know, he's around, you know, to witness all these. And, you know, he's, a lot of people talk shit about this person, but
you're getting a little emotional, man. You know, especially being in prep, your emotions are already on high.
I don't think him as a good man.
So he did a lot for him, giving him his first contract, a major contract, bringing him to the U.S., all that good stuff, man.
You okay, man? What is it that's making you emotional about this right now? Obviously, because he's not around, but to watch.
Because he gave me an opportunity to come to USA, you know?
Yeah.
And he believed in me, you know? He's one of the...
Yeah, I don't think people understand that when someone gives you a contract, that's what that means.
It was always a dream of mine to live in the USA, you know? And when my first company and first sponsor, when they messed me up in Europe, you know, I thought because I had a pre-workout, I was with this company for 5 years, and I came up with the Boogeyman name, and I marketed the hell out of the Boogeyman. Big Boogeyman became very big in Europe, and we launched a pre-workout with them, and then they cheated me out of it by stealing my trademark. And you know, it was a hard time, man.
I'm gonna pause it right there, man. And like I said, I feel sorry for, man, a lot of these athletes. You want endorsements, you want to get sponsored by companies and stuff like that, but it is some scamming companies out there. I think I remember when I first started get back into the fitness modeling and bodybuilding and stuff like that. I think one of my first sponsors, and this before I signed with 6 Stars, y'all. Hopefully some of y'all remember, but you know, I signed with 6 Star, and then after that it was like BPI Sports and stuff like that. That was one of the first ones. You got official photo shoots, you know, they fly you out, all that good stuff like that. You know, I'm always be forever grateful for them. I still use some of these supplements, stuff like that. They're one of the true companies, good companies out there. As far as just like everybody else, man, I've been in this game for a while, so I know some of the owners and top people for most of these companies, like Optimal Nutrition, BPI Sports, what else? Muscle Tech, Six Star. So, and I still reach out and talk to these people like that. So a lot of people just don't know that, you know, if I see some good athletes, stuff like that, you know, I might shoot their name to them and stuff like that and help them out. So I'm kind of in between. I might thinking about athlete management and stuff like that, having them getting sponsors. But that's all in the works. But I know these people and I know some of the scammers out there, these companies. So if it's a company, they come to you on Instagram, whatever the case may be, social media, Facebook, they don't have a following, they not official, and they want you to pay for something to join their team. It's not real. You know, a company trying to bring you on and stuff like that. They do have like a regular ambassador programs. They send you supplements and stuff like that, and it's good. All companies want you to already be using their brand and stuff like that. No company don't want you to never try it and stuff like that. So they do want people who's passionate about the sport. And I got a lot more insights. The top people tell me that they look for in an athlete, or so you got to be active. That's just one of the main things right now in today's world. You got to be active on social media. You got to be outgoing. You got to be relatable. You know, you can't be kind of stuck up, as you can say it. So you got to be just humble and down to earth. You know, they want real people. They don't want people who's just faking or whatever the case to make it that be like you're famous and all this and that. You know, I do acting on the side and I like it, but it's not my life. I'm not doing too much. So I turn out a lot of stuff also, you know, because I do it because I like to, but I don't have to do it, you know. So you got to look forward like it's a passion and not just something you're trying to aspire to make money or whatever the case may be. So with that being said, man, just be aware that if it's too good to be true, it probably is. You know, you can always respond back, but don't never pay for something or you buy this. I forgot the name of the company. It was a couple of companies and they was ripping athletes off and stuff like that. And however they worded their stuff, it was a scam pretty much. You paying $200, $300 to get their supplements and gear and this and that on the chance of landing a sponsorship and stuff like that. So imagine if they doing that to 1,000 people. You just spent 300. They just made $300,000 or whatever, 3,000 just off nothing, doing nothing, just off of hopes of giving you a chance because you want to get sponsored, you want to get your name recognized, you want to be approved. That's generally what we look for. But just recognize that it's a lot of scamming going on out there. If you're just new to this game, new to the fitness, you're trying to get your name up there on YouTube, social media, stuff like that, you can always reach out to me. I'll tell you, hey, they're legit or they're not legit or the offer ain't real, you know. And I don't learn the hard way, like I said. So I try to help most of these young athletes out and some of these, even some of the middle ground bodybuilders. They could be on there's not too many bodybuilders in like Men's Physique, Classic, and all that are sponsored by companies out there. So it's a rare few, but you got to have that engagement. You got to be likable. So that's just some of the things that's in the works, man. And I'll be always happy to share the knowledge that I got and some of the people with these companies who I know and what they tell me that they look for in an athlete. But as far as him going, just be careful. Just like he was ripped off, he came up with a good idea in the project. The company he was with, and I think he was with him for 5 years, ripped him off, took his trademark, and left him with pretty much no money, tried to bully him into staying or taking less money until he just had to make a decision for what was best for his family.
Because they were my main source of income, you know, and they thought it can bully me into a shit contract, and myself and Sarah, you know, my wife, we had to make a very crazy decision that we were going to walk away from them, you know, knowing that there's no one out there there was no money coming in, there was nothing, and I just got my pro card, and my shit just started blowing up, and you know, and then the last bit of money that we had left, you know, we said we're gonna go to the Olympia. We went to the Olympia first time ever, you know. And I remember I didn't know what Recon is. I didn't know who Aaron was, and I remember walking past their Recon boots, and the first person I saw there, and I said, "Yo, I'm a big fan of the brand," you know. And it happens that person was Aaron Singerman. So when we went back home, it was crazy because I got an email from Aaron, and he said, we're interested in working with you, you know?
Yeah.
We were.
And he was saying that he didn't know who Aaron Singerman was. He knew the brand, just like everybody. You know, it's most of these top companies, but you don't know the people who are the owners or the head peoples for these companies. That's what he meant by that statement.
Excited, man, you know? And that's all. The contract was good. And he said, you want to come out to Florida and meet the team? I came out to Florida, met the team, awesome people. And I'm like, yo, I love this place, man. He said, would you like to move? I said, hell yeah. He sponsored my visa, everything, man, you know? Because it's not easy when you're moving from one country to another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bro, I came from Africa, bro. My background, we had nothing. And then get an opportunity to live in USA, you know? So he believed in me, man. One of the only person in 2020, it's funny. And he was always telling me, he goes, Blessing, I don't ever want you to leave Record One. I want you to spend all your career in Record One. And I'm not the type of guy that jump from one brand to another, you know, like since out of my career, I've only been with 2 companies, you know?
Yeah.
Which is, you know, it's a good record for, you know, you know all this, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And I told him, I said, I will never leave Record One. And I promised him I'll win him the Olympia. I truly believe in it. I really did mean it because Aaron wanted a superstar, you know? And he's helped a lot of bodybuilders. Aaron loved bodybuilding, bro. He's always at every shows. He wanted a superstar. He wanted somebody that's winning. He wants to be up there because he sponsored all these shows. He spent tons of cash in all these shows, you know? And I promised him, I said, look, listen, just be patient with me. And he was extremely patient, bro. Like 3 years, I didn't do nothing. I didn't compete. He didn't force me to compete.
Yeah, you got a sponsor and you need to compete and they sponsor you.
I showed up the way I did.
Amazing.
He still kept me on, you know? He still kept me on. And
he also was working.
You know, things happen, you know? And you have to go away for a while, you know? Mm-hmm. 6 weeks out, I was fired from Record One.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah. It broke my heart.
Did he fire you?
No.
Oh, he
Aaron was already in jail
away
right now. So Aaron
was not right, you know?
Yeah.
So, man, with Blessing, man, this was a hard thing. Everybody know you are already in prep. Your emotions, like I said, high. He been dieting for a while. This is one of the biggest shows in his life, especially after his pro debut. You know, it's he trying to redeem himself. So to get fired 6 weeks out, they know it. It's not a good move, but it is business, you know, and they can't say because of his production. I think the company just decided to change direction. So they was pretty much letting all their top bodybuilders go. And I think they're going more family oriented and stuff like that. Who knows, but they got the insights. They know what they need to do to kind of go away from that. And they could be branching off because of what Aaron Singerman, and he was involved in bodybuilding. So they probably trying to change direction so they can make some more money and reestablish themselves. So, you know, a facelift is what they're looking for. So unfortunately, athletes like Blessing, and like I said, he got 1.8 million followers. He can really make a living just from being his personality online and YouTube and stuff like that. And people love him. If he shares his story more and stuff like that, he don't even have to compete. So he's one of the rare few people, but to stay in his States, he does need to compete because he needs somebody to sponsor his visa. So he was like, you know, in a rock and a hard place. And I'm pretty sure he got dropped and it hurt him because he was with the company. And I'm like that too. I'm a loyal guy. If you say you're going to do something, you try to do it. So he wasn't jumping. He probably was getting different offers and stuff like that from other companies because of who he was and his following on social media. But and he's just a great guy. He's a funny guy and stuff like that, man. He's everywhere. He's a good personality. So he is probably getting more offers, and I'm pretty sure he just all turned them down because what Redcon or what my guy Aaron Singerman had did for him. But in middle of prep, you got your family, you ain't got nothing going on. It's a devastating feeling, and people just need to know that this is business. So you got to still do your job and do what you got to do. But it's out of his control if a company decides they're gonna let you go because they change direction. So you always got to kind of have something in the works, or try to reintroduce yourself to multiple streams of income. But just in his case, he's not from America or American citizen. It's more difficult for him.
I was getting ready for a show, man,
Yeah.
And they gave me 2 weeks. I'm like, yo, what you guys want me to do, man? I'm like, I can't stay USA, man, without, that means I have to go back to Ireland.
Mm-hmm. And that's a Black Irish guy.
I called him back. And I said, can they just give me 3 months?
Yeah.
Just talk to my lawyer, so we can, at least can stay in the country legally, so I can, move my visa around.
Yeah.
My apartment's on Redcon one as well, 2 weeks is not enough, man,
Of course, yeah.
And, the guys in there being nice, and I was very grateful that they gave me that extra time, so I was very happy with that. I rang Rudy as I told him, thank you so much, and thanks to the guys in there for giving that extra time, and it is what it is. I love Redcon one, but time, things change, and life's a journey, it's like you meet people, that's supposed to be in your life for a reason, and they're there for a reason, but the journey continues. Some people are going to be in your life for a bit of time, and that's their job done, and you got to level up to a whole nother level.
Yeah. So can I ask you, did they give you a reason why you were letting you go, or did they just say we're changing? Because I heard that they're changing their entire style from bodybuilding to something else.
They're changing directions, and I don't want to be asking any question. I respect their decisions. And,
yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just wondering if they acted.
I was very thankful for the opportunity and the time.
Yeah.
I just wish,
And like I said, man, everybody is different. Like Blessing came from a poor childhood, different country, stuff like that. I came from a rough childhood. So we all are kind of similar in the respect that we're not asking too many questions. If you don't want us, we don't need to be around. But we are thankful for the opportunity and the chance that we got. And we just know that's a different chapter in our life. Even though you're loyal, you realize, hey, it can happen anytime. So, he accepted, he was hurt, he's still hurt, man, but it's not the same feeling because of his mentor, Aaron Singleman, like I said, was not there. So he know if he was there, the situation would be different, but it's not. So he accept that and move on. And he's in a great position, man. So many people reach out to this guy, especially after sharing this show on Fuad's Real Bodybuilding podcast. Like I said, man, Fuad, I spoke with him a little bit. I think he got some horror stories from sponsors who he was with. I ain't gonna say the name out there just to prevent lawsuits, stuff like that. But he done said it on this podcast before that when certain sponsors didn't even pay him his money, and they was using his likeness or his image. So you got to just remember some of your contracts like that, man. How they word it, they can use your likeness and image even after you're gone, unless you got some kind of royalty fees and stuff like that. So you do have to speak with your lawyer and stuff like that. And he was a high-profile bodybuilder before he had when he was doing this stuff at the time, and now he's just sharing more awareness doing this podcast, and now the owner of his own company like Hostile. So man, I get props up to Fuad, man, and I always appreciate this guy. I used to text him and send him a little message when he was doing a little coaching with the other company, and I just always show him some love.
I wish Aaron was around. You know what? I had a plan. I said, I'm gonna win Ep3, right? And I'm gonna leave my trophy at Aaron's office, and he's gonna come home to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but that's life, and so this is May's my last night with Redcon, and I'm free, and anyone can send in all the applications to my team. We're taking applications. You're trying to take your business to a whole nother level with the boogeyman.
Are you gonna?
We can help you. Tell them, Fuad. Tell them we can help them.
Tell them. I'm not fucking telling anybody. Maybe I'll take you.
But the price gotta be right. The price gotta be right. Because guess what? Yesterday's price is not to this price.
That's it.
I should have fucking asked you like a month ago. Fuck.
Isn't that funny?
Well,
Yesterday's price is not to this price.
I know that. Fuck, it's true. And
Indie Pro 2021 price is not Indie Pro 2022 price.
Mm-hmm.
And next week's price is going to be different than this fucking week's price.
Oh, price going to go up next week. It's like a stock market.
Especially if you win 2 shows.
Careful, because if you lose, then your price might go down.
Oh, no, it's not going down. It ain't going anywhere.
He's going to the his price ain't going down.
Let me ask you. I want
especially
you to,
if he top 2 or whatever, he can possibly win.
But I want people to know. I just want people to. I give an idea. Do you make enough from bodybuilding contracts, not including like YouTube stuff that you do, or not include coaching, or not including that? Let's say just bodybuilding contract. Do you make enough off bodybuilding contract to live comfortably?
Bro, that's why I've been so blessed, with Recon One, and I can never forget what Recon One did for me. I can never forget what Aaron Singing Man did for your boy. Like, I'm able to live this life, bro. I ain't gotta worry about shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't gotta worry about coaching somebody out there. I'm just here to do bodybuilding 24/7. I'm able to take care of my parents back at home. Yeah.
Now, and we're blessing. I'm gonna shed a little light on these contracts. Generally, you sign a 1-year contract with your sponsor. And there's some different options and stuff like that. It could be some perks for winning shows if you got a competition clause in there. But with blessing, Redcon, like I said, they took care of him. They sponsored his visa. They brought him over here. But this guy came from a situation where he didn't have bills and stuff like that. So, he wasn't really married, but they provided everything he needs: food, stuff for his wife, and he had pocket cash. He probably got a stipend and stuff like that. But he was doing a lot for Redcon too, especially the YouTube stuff and social media. So you better believe that in his case, he was making more for the company. So of course he shouldn't want for anything just because who he was and a great personality. His YouTube and the video influencers, they did a lot with him, made his money or helped him with extra income. So with him, it's a little different, but for general athletes, you start signing with the company, it's not enough for you to survive. You need extra streams of income. So you need to either still be kind of working a little bit, but companies like Fuad, he take care of his athletes. He signed 1-year contracts, and he don't believe in holding them in. If they see a better deal opportunity, he let them out their contracts. Plenty of companies don't do that. Hey, you in there for that year, you stuck with that year. They're not letting you sign with another company and stuff like that, or you kind of forfeit that contract and you pay them back because that's a breach of contract. So generally, that's why props out for Fuad, man, for doing what he got to do for these athletes.
That's it's like, bro, that's why I'm always so happy and grateful for the opportunity, and so I mean, I'm grateful for it, man, and it's not given, it was earned. I worked my ass up for this shit.
Yeah, you work.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, I've seen a lot of comparisons. I'll let you go because we've been over an hour now, but
go to this part where you're talking about Nick.
I think Nick, this Olympia check might be going down one place.
Blessing. I don't know, man. I got it.
To all the classic guys, C-Bomb, Rob Diesel, Dino,
classic physique, baby. That's what I be doing. Yeah, that's what I'm in, man. I ain't gonna have to get back to it.
And Breon, the king, bro.
Yeah.
Such a positive influence on the man. So, but a couple of years ago, everybody was running with bubblegum. Now look at the men's open now. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be even more beautiful with the boogeyman in that lineup.
Yeah, I want to. So, I'm interested to see you next to Nick again, though.
Oh hell yeah, man! This is gonna be a hell.
We're gonna start. We can start hyping it up now. We'll start hyping it up now.
Yeah, but Nick knows though. Nick knows.
Nick knows what.
Me, I'm a best. He knows me. I'm a best. Me, I'm a best. Me, the boogeyman at his best. The mutant at his best. Oh.
You can't help yourself, man. You can't just.
I love Nick. I love the guy.
I know. He has an affinity for you too, man. I like that you guys. It's nice that you guys had a rivalry.
I'm gonna apologize. To him now early. I think this Olympia check might be going down one place.
Blessing. I don't know, man. I gotta tell you, Nick is here. Look, I want to show you this just before we go.
I know Nick is a freak.
Today he posted these. Today he posted these progress.
All the fucking muscle he can get to stand next to Boogeyman.
Look at this. I gotta show you.
I don't need to be that big.
Okay, here, look. That's today.
Oh, what a freak. Look at that front double bicep.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
The waist is so small. God damn, boy.
No, man. I'm telling you, you better watch out.
It looks amazing. You know what? Just because a guy like Nick Walker, myself, you guys know we're bringing that energy. We're bringing that entertainment. We're going to be talking trash all day long on that stage. And please, the fans, you guys got to understand this, bro. Everything we're doing, all the extra stuff, we're doing it for the fans, bro. Bro, people have to pay to watch bodybuilding show, bro. Do you know how many people that pay to watch Indie Pro live, bro? I was so shocked to see people singing in front of their TV, laptop to watch Indie Pro live.
Yeah, man, it's interesting.
And they all saying, damn, it was so entertaining. It was so energetic.
Yeah, Boogie made it entertaining. He's a character.
With myself, and there's no feelings to this.
Yeah,
it's just competition.
Yeah,
we're trying to get tickets. I mean, this was done with Arnold. Like you can't call Arnold a bad guy. Arnold's an entertainer.
All right, man. Yeah. I just wanted to share that with y'all, man. Like I say, it's Mental Health Month. My guy Fuad, blessing, man. Good luck for his next competition. I think this peak week for him. I think he got a show. Matter of fact, tomorrow. So New York Pro, and he's gonna say he calling himself the king in New York if he's winning this one. But I want y'all to stay out there, stay safe, stay motivated. Get help, man. This Mental Health Month. Get help. Spread the awareness. Like I say, y'all know I'm a lifestyle coach, man. You need something. Free consultations on your nutrition. As you can see, I got my Envy Organic Greens right there. My Merge BCAA formula energized with green tea, all organic, all natural. It's the best time right now to invest in you, man. Don't deny yourself the help that you need. Reach out to somebody, give you a good support system. Start educating yourself on resources about mental health, different disorders, stuff like that, man. If you're going through depression, get some help. Talk to a therapist, a family member, or somebody else. You don't have to go through it alone. Like I said, everything is all connected, man. You're battling something, it's going to affect you physically as mentally also. So even though I'm a spiritual guy, I'm very in tune with my emotions in a certain aspect. I'm not a verbal person. I don't talk to too many people like that. My circle is kind of tight as far as that, because I'm always busy. But this is an outlet for me, getting sharing, doing these videos, sharing content, coaching my clients, training people, coming up with meal plans, helping people invest in themselves or realize their own potential, man. I don't care how old you are, what age you are, you can invest in yourself because we want you to be here. We want you to be healthy for your family, your friends. We want you to do what you got to do, man, just be on this earth, because it is a blessing for us to be here. You got other family, you got other friends that you need help, just recommend them. Hey, I know a nutritionist, I know a trainer, then, I'm in Georgia. I used to do the on-the-go training. I might get back to it once I officially retire at the end of this year, stuff like that. But for it's getting healthy, supplements, nutrition. If you're taking something, hey, just shoot me an email, reply to this. Hey, I'm taking whatever BCAAs, whatever organic greens, whatever super greens. And I'll tell you if I done took it before or not, or if it's really worth your time. You paying $50, $60 for 15 servers. Is that really worth the benefits that you're getting for it? If it's not, if you don't feel the energy, you don't feel or see no results from it, and your health still declining, I just suggest or recommend that you discontinue that use. Ask your doctor, hey, I got this Ambi right here. You think it's sufficient for me? And if it helps you, it definitely will. Like I say, no sugar, stuff like that. You also want to be mindful of transparent labels. If a company generally has transparent labels, that means they have nothing to hide. They're generally showing what's in there. I'm gonna be doing a whole lot more reviews of different supplements podcasts. Like I said, I know most of these companies, and there's a lot of good companies out there that do make some good supplements. It's just the price point is different, but they can be good for you or they can be just average, so it is like I said, the market is oversaturated with a lot of stuff that's fillers, fluffs, stuff like that. So I generally try to I want to change the game. I want to make stuff that's organic, that actually works, give you a lower price point, make it work for you, and I catch it in the end. So, a lot of these businesses out there, they do supplements, they do all kind of stuff. Your price point is okay, but you got to think about the servings and stuff like that. This scoop size and all that. Is it really beneficial at that price point, or is they just getting by so they can make some money? Like I said, the main goal should be getting people healthy. It shouldn't be about the money aspect. It should be about making people healthier, improving their meal prep, improving their life, improving their well-being. And that's what gives me pleasure for the day. So appreciate y'all tuning in, man. It's your boy Cut Nice Video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I think I'm gonna put this on the Future Bodybuilding podcast, on the Ask Our Nutritionist podcast. If you got any questions, comments, man, y'all look down below. You want to support me, support my anything I'm associated with. Click the links in the description below. You need trying to build a whole gym. I am partnered with Titan Fitness, or Be Titan Fit on IG, and that's where I got all my home equipment. I will probably be doing posting like my workouts, stuff like that, different routines or regimens while I'm gearing up for these nationals this year. So we see if we can get this pro card, or see just how we progress, because we will definitely be better than we was last year, and we was the most conditioned person on that stage. So like I say, don't forget to subscribe and follow, man. Shoot me a message. You got anything you want me to do, a review of the product you're taking, or do some facts on it, we can always conversate. Like I say, free consultations right now. This time I got to be worked out. Email me at evolvinglifetc@gmail.com. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay motivated, people. It's your boy, I holla, and we are